We come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Green Bay Packers. On the Washington sideline is head coach Dan Quinn. His guys got the season started on a high note, a home victory in the opener. His counterpart on the Packers sideline, Matt. After a great first week of football, what does week 2 have in store? The Commanders and the Packers underway on Thursday night primetime. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
Now in his third season as the guy in Green Bay, and he's thrown for at least 25 touchdowns in each of the last 2 years. He and his team believe they are due for a deep playoff run as long as he stays healthy and is piloting the offense.
That's good for a Green Bay Packers.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. The Packers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
22 yards. That's good.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Green Bay Packer.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
That's another.
Brooks not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on first and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Working out of the gun. Love. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The coverage good. The pressure good. Leads to the sack. And it's third and goal now.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Flush to his right. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by McManus is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And let's go ahead and keep this one simple. He had one of the most impressive rookie seasons in NFL history. A true dual-threat quarterback. He can beat you a variety of ways. Took his team to the conference championship last season, trying to take them to the Super Bowl in year 2.
Here's Daniels. And complete to Zach Ertz. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook.
Lucas Van Ness getting 3 there to bring him down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
To throw is Daniels. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. You look at this Packers defense. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep is Jaden Reed. Pulled in at the 24. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas.
It's a gain of 11. And the Packers.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
He's across midfield.
2nd down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd down.
Here's Love. And oh, he coughed it up. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Eckler a week ago. 23 carries, 77 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
They go play action. Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down. You look at this Packers defense. They enter play here number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man. And are you going to win that battle? Are you going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up and put him on the ground? Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. To the air goes Daniels. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
Daniels going to throw for it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Deebo Samuel. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They just got to find a way to get it done.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and
Love from the gun on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
They go with Jacobs. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That is caught. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Washington first down.
Eckler now between the tackles. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
The tackle by Clay Walker. 1 yard gain.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Daniels looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Touchdown, Washington. Jaden Daniels with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 76 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down.
Love.
40-yard line.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
They'll try it now with Brooks. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Now Daniels. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Edgerrin Cooper on the coverage.
Throwing now is Daniels. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. His fifth catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
First down, Commanders.
Samuel in motion. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Play action, now it's Daniels. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field.
Holding.
So let's see about the call. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Debo going in motion left. Working out of the gun, Daniels throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Here's 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Love now.
3rd and 3.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Pass caught. That's golden. Now a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 3.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Throwing. Love. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So here is Washington now to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the New York Giants. They lead this one as well right now as they come up 1st and 10. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
It's a gain of 10. And the Commanders' first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 46-yard line.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Washington.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Washington.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
At the 25-yard line.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Daniels. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
It's caught by his running back, Austin Eckler. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
On 4th down, the Commanders send out Matt Gay to try the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gay's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packers offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a carry for Jacobs. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Packers.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now Love. Got Dobbs over the middle. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Love looking to throw it. And it's caught. And the Packers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
11 more yards. That's another Packers.
Play action this time with Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Leads to second and goal.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he returns this to the 22. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
An 8-yard pickup, and the Washington first down.
The final shot before break. Daniels. And his throw is incomplete. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report. For the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Brings up second down at the 34-yard line.
And they run the option on second down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Daniels from the gun on third down. This is swung out to Eckler. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs getting ready to go back to work. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Brings up third down.
Here's Love.
8 yards to go.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Now Daniels. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his fourth down call.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying, but nothing that they have done has worked so far. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 106 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now 2nd and 3. To throw now. Here's Love. Over the middle, he's got Golden. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Off the play fake, Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 39-yard.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Love. That's taken in by Golden. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
It's 4th down.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's the surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
Quick slant to Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 10. And the Commanders' first
Daniels looking to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
A gain of 18.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Daniels. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. So no gain on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the Packers' 35-yard line.
Here's Daniels. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line.
1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing now is Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
In motion left comes Brown. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now a handoff to Rodriguez. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go around. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Packers first down.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
17 more yards. That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Firing quickly out wide is Love. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Counter play with Jacobs. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a gain of a yard. And the Packers are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Matthew Golden with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast, where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
The Washington first down.
Play action, now it's Daniels. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And the Commanders' first down.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Washington.
On the give, this is Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Cooper on the stop.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second down at the Packers' 17-yard line.
Back to throw. Daniels. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Operating from the gun. Daniels. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown of the night. And the Commanders are on their way to a 2-0 start. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team is playing, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Washington.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down. Now Love. Buying time to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
14 yards. That's good for a Green Bay Packer. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing. Love. Pass caught. That's golden. Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
9-yard pickup. It's second and inches.
They run it with Jacobs. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Packers first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Love now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Packer. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Deron Payne able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Slant route, he's got Downs. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
A gain of 9 on the play. It's 3rd and
Love, this is 3rd and goal. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
A 3-yard loss. It's now 4th down and goal.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard on the play.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Nifty move. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. This is 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Here comes 2nd down.
A 5-yard gain.
Love.
Second down at the 43-yard line.
He finds his man. Complete. It's Reed. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save the timeout. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now Love. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts
A 6-yard pickup
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Love. And it's a Packers touchdown. Tucker Kraft with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers have taken a 4th quarter lead.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you already see him. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3.
Commanders 29.
So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now Washington down by a field goal, 1:06 to play. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. He's got McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. Back to throw. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This will be caught by Brown. 2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And they'll get up and spike it right at 40 seconds to go.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23.
And the Washington first down.
And now down to 24 seconds after the spike.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Burns over the middle. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done?
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
The score, Commanders 36.
Back now at Lambeau.
32.
For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard
This
line.
offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter.
Now Love.
Able to connect with Jacobs. And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7.
A 7-yard
Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Here's Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
A gain of 6. And the Packers first down.
One last shot now for Love.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for Washington,
it's an early road victory as they move to 2-0 now on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch